Alright guys, let's get it. Cliq Nerd is back in the game. We are excited to be here. New comic book day.
Woo!
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 Man, what you get on the, anything that you was like, comic books you look forward to?
Yeah, I really was. I was looking forward to this new
You can
Zero.
just tell us. I know you're gonna do a comic book day.
Okay.
Just let us know.
I'll let you know. But the Zero time with Spider-Man and Venom.
Okay.
Marvel. I was looking forward to the Night Terrors with DC.
DC's doing a Night Terror thing. So can you give us a little bit about the Night Terror, what the whole thing is about, pretty much?
I think the whole Justice League doesn't know what they're getting into, man. I think they're in trouble.
Okay, so they're all in trouble.
They're all in trouble.
I saw the X-Men feature past Doom.
Yes. Okay.
What'd you think about that? Because I saw a little bit of it. It's a pretty lengthy book, but I only like kind of glanced at it. Saw Cyclops in it. Obviously, Colossus. And then I think Colossus had like some kids that were with him too.
Man, I can't wait to get into
So
that.
you haven't really gone
I haven't read it yet. I can't wait to get into it, boy. I'm telling you, it's gonna be fire.
So Superman Legacy or the Writer's Strike?
So I want to go into Superman Legacy, bro.
Superman Legacy. They just put out the cast. What do you think about it?
So as far as I can see, we got my boy Nathan Fillion coming in.
Yeah, but he's playing Guy Gardner.
But he's not. Guy Gardner's not your traditional
he's played
Green Lantern either.
He's played Hal Jordan before. I don't know why he can't just have that. It's like to me, his voice is fit for Al. It could be an older Al Jordan.
How's like your
young? Why
young?
does it gotta be young? Why does it have to be young?
Because he's a fly boy.
I mean, he's Air Force. He's always gonna be a fly boy.
I know, but to me, I picture Hal mid-30s.
Oh,
Nathan's like 50s.
Top Gun type shit.
Yeah, buddy.
But I mean, they kind of like I don't know. Mr.
I see
Terrific.
what you're saying, though.
Mr. Terrific. There's a show called Startup with the dude. Who's the guy actor's name? I can't remember his name. But he was in X-Men First Class. You can look at it later. I mean, I think he's a good fit for Mr. Terrific.
Okay.
And with Mr. Terrific being, I think one of their first gay actors, or not gay actors, but gay superheroes. I think it's important. They
didn't do that till later.
So he wasn't gay until later?
Mm-mm.
Well, I still like him.
That doesn't bother me.
I didn't know.
Doesn't bother me at all.
I didn't know he was later. I mean, I just didn't know that much about him. I always know that he was. When I introduced him, he was gay. So I have no problem with that. I think I actually like that about him because so he's different, and he's really smart, and he has these spears. He's not like a super powerful person, but he's a gymnast though. So he's super athletic. But
not to mention, his
IQ is crazy.
He is the smartest guy.
Why they show you everybody but him? That laugh was hilarious.
Because it's like, are you serious right now?
One time.
Edie. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Edie. Got you? Well, anyways,
either way.
Superman, Lois Lane, they casted them. We'll do pictures and stuff. Yeah. Oh,
so
he's in Twilight too.
Yeah. So he was a dude that
Darwin. First Class.
Correct.
The ability to adapt through anything. Yeah, I remember Darwin.
And you know what? To be honest with you, man, him in Twilight, he was a scary looking dude in Twilight. Look, Mike, shout out to you on Twilight.
That's what he was. He was ashy. That's what
he was ashy.
He needed some lotion.
He needed lotion.
Give her that. I'm looking for blood. We can get some of that lotion, bro.
Looking like he came from Pompeii.
You need to get some Johnson & Johnson over there.
But anyway, the dude is a good actor. Looking forward to seeing Mr. Terrific with these bioengineeric spheres that just hang around him that enable him to float.
Go big, go small.
Let him throw them.
He can fly on them as well.
Yeah,
he can ride them and fly on them. So
they offer him information.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, so super tight. And then they're doing Hawk Girl.
I don't have any information on the young lady playing Hawk Girl, but I'm excited to see it.
Sierra's a dope character. If you ever watch the Justice League cartoons, she's a major part of that cast. I don't know. I don't know why they thought to put her into the Superman.
I don't,
legacy.
and you know, it's gonna. I think it might confuse people a little bit because we had Hawkman, which will not continue into the new DC land set, as far as I know.
From Black Adam.
Yeah,
so that ain't so, Joe.
No, man, no, man. Your man Aldous Hodge.
Yeah, I like to.
He ain't gonna come in.
I'm gonna be honest with you, they messed up. They were trying to do Black Panther, Batman with Hawkman. Hawkman is
the
simple.
lines that they gave that dude. Anyway, we digress. I ain't even going into
No more
that.
complaining.
No. So let me ask you this then: what do you think about Superman casting?
The Superman, who's playing Superman and playing Lois Lane. So I can't remember the lady's name playing Lois Lane, but she's in a show called Mrs. Marvel. And Mrs. Marvel is about this comedic woman.
Marvelous Mrs. Mabel.
Marvelous Mrs. Mabel, excuse me. And I thought that was a phenomenal show on Prime. I think, she has acting chops. She can, she did great scenes. I don't know. I mean, I guess she can do Lois. I mean, to me, Lois is just kind of ballsy, nosy reporter.
Okay, so Rachel Brosnahan is who that is.
Okay.
And
then who's Superman?
David Cornsweet.
David Cornsweet looked like a cream of wheat eating Henry Calvin. Like he just like went vegan.
So he didn't get. So you trying to tell me he didn't eat any of the protein powder that Henry Cavill had?
No.
So he's just a smaller Henry.
Very
Cavill.
small. I hope he puts like 20 more.
I wonder how Henry feels about that.
I would like y'all literally just copy and pasting me because they mad at Henry for whatever he did with that mustache thing. He pissed somebody off.
Who's gonna play Lex Luthor though?
No, we haven't decided. That's what I just said. That will tell me if I'm gonna go watch this movie in the theaters or not. Right now, no. I have
so you don't want any more? Oh, Cherry's my favorite. With the Jolly Rancher, Jesse Eisenberg.
No, man.
Me neither.
That was the worst thing they could have done. He was not Lex Luthor. He was.
I don't know what he was.
I don't know.
Bing, bing, ding.
That was probably
ding,
the
ding.
worst. That was probably the worst part of Batman vs Superman.
Oh, there's some bad parts.
But there was some good parts too. Don't shit on Batman vs Superman. That's like the second movie where we got that he was able to be Henry was able to be Superman. Like,
why? But they killed him though, for some reason.
So they brought him back for Justice League.
Yeah, at the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's going on with the writers' strike?
Well, from what I understand, what I understand, this is just what I know. I know they're having issues, obviously with pay. They're going on a strike, so a lot of new shows and a lot of. If you haven't noticed the void of new shows that are coming on that are not really on the television right now, through Monday through Sunday, it's a lackluster.
So is it obvious? Very blatantly obvious.
I think it's a drought right now.
Okay.
I honestly think it's a drought. I don't think, and then like movies taking longer than what they should have, they should be pushed.
There's definitely things on delay.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't know if it's the greed of Hollywood that's doing this, or is it.
What is last time they had the writer's strike when Heroes and they pretty much
and Heroes suffered so
it was
bad.
Never the same. I think like after the third season it became.
Don't even watch Heroes after the third
season. You still watch Heroes. I still watched it. I was committed.
Siler was that dude.
The Asian dude at the time.
Man, Hero.
Yep. And then Pete was good too.
Look, man, I love Heroes, but after the third season, it kind of fell off.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely.
It didn't even make no sense.
It definitely was a shift, but the point of the writer's strike, I hope they get it figured out because I mean, I understand working for somebody and not being appreciated, and your value is just not into
I need not comment.
You're not saying anything about your company. Or
No.
I'm
just saying that you understand that you got your value, right? And you understand where you're at. And you understand that you're an asset and the other guy thinks you're a liability. How do you feel about it?
Yeah. That's why I think a lot of companies should have unions. I think a lot of companies should unionize, you know what I'm saying? Because I just don't think that they really... So many people just get so up in their high horse that they don't know what the temperature is downstairs.
They don't understand the steam engine is being run by the guys throwing the coal in the furnace, man.
And they just don't acknowledge it.
So let's go on to the actors too. I mean, they're about to go on strike too if they don't tighten
you
up.
mentioned something about the Actors Guild.
Yeah.
And the president is
Fran Dresser. She's one of the main people.
The lady from the Nanny.
From the Nanny, yeah. Man. So what you thinking about?
Power Rangers are no longer will be filming at the New Zealand area, the New Zealand site.
So is New Zealand like the prime set location for things?
So from what I understand, the New Zealand, since the Power Rangers came out back in the 90s, like 2 decades worth or 2 or 3 decades, they've always filmed in New Zealand.
It's pretty, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, obviously it's pretty, but the thing is, that's a lot of work and a lot of employee people of New Zealand that they
getting a lot of money there.
Yeah, they count on those jobs, and they're saying that they're definitely going to take an impact for that because they'll no longer be
I wonder what's the driving force behind that.
I personally hope that I wanted to see what the changes will be, like filming wise, cultural wise, like how they're going to do the shows. Because, the Syntons, it's like, they're a little more mature with theirs back in the day. The Synton ones, we talked about this back in our episodes. They had, they were talking about gambling and stuff like that. And, it's more realistic to us.
So when you made me watch that first episode of, what is it? We were watching it here.
Ultraman?
Not Ultraman.
Kamen Rider?
Kamen Rider.
Yeah, that's my shit.
So that right there,
that's my shit.
That's the Sentai.
Yeah, that film, the realist, it's not really they're not really doing anything to make it not for kids, but it just seems more realistic.
More adult themed.
Yeah, more realistic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I hope whatever the Power Rangers do. I hope they figure it out. I look forward to see what they're gonna do.
Absolutely.
New Zealand, I know you guys will cover. I know there's still other people doing projects in New Zealand, so I know that won't be.
Peter Jackson did the Lord of the Rings,
all
right?
The Hobbiters, Spartacus is there. Yeah. Xena Warrior Princess, Hercules.
Hercules.
Yeah.
Oh, so man, Kevin Sorbo.
It has a lot of it has a lot of filming history.
He got historical value in New Zealand. So we really want to see where this is going and why they're doing it. But anyway.
But we want a nerd click anyways, bro. Because that's what we do. Hey. And we're going to go on to Secret Invasion.
I like it.
Is it worth it, man? Is this whole thing with Nick Fury finally getting some action, finally getting his due, and it's kind of like...
It's kind of going to fall lackluster a little bit.
I don't know what they're going to do with it. How is he going to compete with these Skrulls with superpowers? Is Ms. Marvel going to come in at the last episode? Can they afford that little 10-15 minutes of her?
I'm confused by the whole series, man. Because they're killing off some major players.
It's a good spy espionage, with the shape shifting and all that, but when you get into the Super Skrulls and the Skrulls having abilities. And the Skrulls are already super strong,
So did they do a Super Skrull already?
Yeah, they did. He has Groot's power and he has Extremis. And
Extremis, you can't really beat that, really. If you especially if you have Groot power.
I don't know how he's gonna beat it without having an Iron Man suit or something like that. I don't know. So
that's different.
I think today was the 4th episode, so there's 2 more episodes when it's done.
The reason why it's lackluster for me, now the only good part was the conversation that Don Cheadle and Sam Jackson had. They're back and forth.
That was a really good scene. I loved it.
If you gave me more of that,
I've been waiting for them to have a real homeboy conversation.
They haven't had it yet. That was the first one.
And it meant something for them too, because they're both fans of each other.
And they said something about coming from the same place, same kind of.
But the thing is, and spoiler alert, he's a Kree. The Don Cheadle is a Kree.
Oh, you mean a Skrull? A Skrull?
I said Kree.
Maybe it's alleged that he may be a Skrull.
No, he is. I watched the new episode.
Oh,
I'm ruining it for you.
Spoiler alert!
I said it. I said spoiler
he said spoiler alert.
Hey, by the time you see this, it'll be probably over. But no jab at you, but just being realistic.
I'm sorry, I'm slow.
He's a Skrull. And so this what my question is: when did he become a Skrull? And
at what point?
Yeah, when And then where's Rhodey?
So can I give you a little backstory on this whole Secret Invasion thing?
If this is the case, then they can bring Tony back.
So thank you. Here's what happened. If you're not familiar with this whole thing happened shortly after Marvel's first event of what we call Civil War in the comic books back in 2007. So they have the whole. Yeah, that's when the first Civil War happened.
Oh, you're talking about comic book.
Comic book, not film.
Gotta be, because it's just.
That's what I said. I said a comic book.
Okay, I didn't hear the comic book.
Okay, so back in 2007, Marvel Comics put out their first Secret Wars. Not Secret Wars. Civil War.
Yeah. And then after that, then the Secret Wars happened.
So.
Right? Which is good time.
They go back and forth. At the end of that series comes Secret Invasion.
Remind them what the Civil War was really about, just so they can.
So Civil War was about superhero registration. Some really bad stuff happened. They wanted the superheroes to register so that they can be held accountable for their actions.
Tell what happened.
So this guy. Okay. So in 2007, this guy named Nitro came out. He was.
Oh, in the Century? It was Nitro?
No, it was Nitro.
My bad.
So Nitro came out to a neighborhood, was robbing a bank. The New Warriors were needing some money to fund their project. The New Warriors is a group in Marvel, a superhero group composed of young people.
Just young people to say, hey, we have abilities, let's do something.
Yeah, so they started filming and doing reality TV.
Would not been probably the best thing for them to do, because the experience of, dealing with a mega villain that he was.
They underestimated how strong he was.
Yeah, they didn't know what his abilities were.
So they go in to apprehend Nitro. They didn't understand what he was. They didn't understand what he was about to do. He blew himself up. Hence the name Nitro.
And he kills.
And he unalived a bunch of people.
Yeah, because the whole town was pretty much destroyed.
Unalived them.
So at this point in time, Tony, who was a sinister at this time.
Tony at this point in time is about to be appointed to the director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay.
So at this point, it holds him accountable. He wants the registration. Captain America says no. It's against our freedom.
Yep.
Boom.
Captain America is a true what we call a true hero.
Tony was right though.
Who believes in vigilantism. He believes in us having our rights to be able to take action or not waiting for someone. When you're a hero, you can't wait. You act. You save people. Spider-Man.
Problem is though,
is it okay to save these people?
Problem is though, when you register yourself,
you get all your information.
You got all your information out there. So now,
Ultron hacked that shit, telling everybody your business.
So now you got Spider-Man, who's poor Aunt May chilling at her house, and you got a supervillain on the way to the house to kill Aunt May. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, at the end of Civil War, they find out that, with the new Avengers, everything's popped off. You got the new Avengers coming out. Some stuff happens in the mix, and then they find out Elektra gets killed, and they find out Elektra is actually a Skrull.
And that brings so much stuff.
And then they find out
who are supposed to be. Wasn't Tony a Skrull?
Everybody was a Skrull. They had replaced the whole Illuminati. Stephen Strange, Iron Man, Namor, Doctor Strange. Everybody was a Skrull. Not only that, the Skrulls didn't even know that they were Skrulls. They truly believed, so that when you caught them, they truly believed they were the person they were impersonating.
The other guy playing the other guy.
Ah, man. So what
dude playing?
Yes, Robert Downey Jr. right there. Give me another Tropic Thunder. For too long, we've been doing this. So anyway, I digress. Going into it long, I'm just saying it was a crazy story.
Crazy time.
And I just never really bought into it, though.
With the Secret Invasion?
No, man. It was kind of...
It's a good concept.
It's
a lot
good, but
it's... There's a lot of twists and turns. It's definitely espionage. If you like that type of thing, I'm more of a good guy versus bad guy. I don't really like all that twists and turns in my comic books.
Because who do you know is who? Who's who?
It takes for me, like, I don't like the the cartoon Avengers cartoon.
Oh, so
When
Avengers
he ended up being the squirrel. When Captain America ended up being the squirrel at one point, I was like, oh, I hate that because I was like, he was in it for a lot of stuff that went down, and it's like, oh, that wasn't even Steve Rogers.
No,
it was the Skrulls, and that's why, like, oh, I hate that. So,
let's move on from that because to be honest with you,
Wolverine and Deadpool. Oh, what are those? That's your claws,
that's my claws, baby.
Yeah, man.
So
Deadpool and Wolverine. Are you going to go see? Okay, we're not really going to go see this. Is this a yay or nay for you?
This is a yay for me, but get rid of them damn sleeves.
He needs to have them guns out. Suns out, guns out.
That's it, man. Look, Hugh Jackman's known for being ripped.
Yeah, dude. He's like what? 45?
He's
50.
older. He's 50.
Yeah.
He's older than 50.
He don't even look. But anyway.
But Hugh Jackman's
he's
incredible.
Playing Wolverine. He came back to play Wolverine, and I think it's gonna be good. But I hope they add more characters. I hope it goes into something. You know,
there's rumors that Channing
Deadpool
Tatum's.
pretty good.
Well, yeah, there's rumors that Channing Tatum's.
Gambit's
gonna be
I don't
in
want
it.
him to be Gambit, man. I don't really.
You don't see him as occasion.
I mean, maybe back in the day, like when 2010 when they first talked about him doing it. Now it's just like you're gonna be aging him. You're gonna make him old. So I'd rather have a young Gambit because him getting on.
Well, what are they gonna do with Wolverine? They can't keep Wolverine.
No, he's done after this one.
Okay, so what are you gonna do with it?
Just make it one last hurrah.
So, I
guess put Gambit in. Just for shit.
you can alternate timeline it because who cares, Marvel? Because you're doing whatever you want anyway.
Just flash it. You know what I'm saying? Just put Michael Keaton in there too while you're at it.
Oh, okay. You're gonna throw some babies in microwaves? Is that what you want?
That Flash movie is probably atrocious. And James Gunn said this is probably the best. Man,
that's what makes me so scared.
He was capping so hard. He was
James Gunn, guys, is the new
this
head of DC.
I need to lie and say that this is good. Okay, I'll do it. I mean, I gotta take responsibility.
Are people getting confused in timelines and characters? Is this getting too convoluted?
You get Nicolas Cage Superman. That was beautiful. Him in the suit and everything.
People didn't know about that. People know about
it now. It's all over IG. Everybody knows that Nicolas Cage could have been.
So I'm gonna shout out.
Can you think of a Tim Burton Superman?
So there was this movie. Okay, it was supposed to come out called Superman Lives. Okay. There's a guy named John Schnepp who did a whole documentary. Look it up. It's called The Death of Superman Lives. What happened? And he tells you about why Nicolas Cage's Superman never happened. It's because one of the producers of the movie wanted Superman, didn't matter what happened. There's two things he didn't want. No capes, and Superman had to fight a giant spider at the end of the movie. And that's why the movie never happened.
Why a giant spider? Why did he pick a...
It had to be a giant spider.
Why did he...
It had to be... No, that was it. It was a contingent...
I never read a Superman comic book.
The whole movie was contingent upon him.
Never watched the cartoon. And that's the funniest thing. I don't think I've ever... Oh, he did fight like this little spider thing in a minute series or...
It doesn't matter. It's a giant spider, man.
I think he did fight something like that. But, okay.
So, anyway...
Was it supposed to be like a robot spider or just like a...
I don't know.
Was it like a tarantula?
It was a tarantula. That's all. So, here we go. Wolverine, Deadpool, I think it's going to have a lot of cameos. I hope they don't have too many cameos to where it deafens the movie.
I need Sabretooth to come back.
I need a Deadpool Wolverine. I need a fastball special from Colossus from Wolverine.
Will Colossus be in it?
I hope so. He's been in the last two Deadpools. He needs to go.
He should be, right?
He's got a time in. And then I need Negasonic Teenage Warhead to come back because I enjoy her in the series as well.
Yeah,
she's cool to me.
I like a little more action. But I'm excited, but I'm just kind of like, at this point, Flash has hurt me, and I just don't want to be disappointed anymore.
Who hurt you?
Flash did, man.
Who hurt you?
I don't know why he was ever casted. I don't know what pool he got over there, but That is probably the fun. That's like someone that has like no acting experience getting like a major role, and like he just finessed.
Did you like him in any of the
Not in the Harry Potter. Fantastic.
You didn't like him in any of that?
No, okay. He's not really. I mean, I know whose character is in it, but he was just like whiny all the time. Like,
here's what I need. Here's what I need from Wolverine and Deadpool. I need a fastball special. I need him not to be toned down. I need, okay. Don't tone this Marvel. If you tone this movie down, I get it. But still,
they did it with Cable. The Cable fight and him was very gruesome with the arm rotating.
But that wasn't Marvel. That was still under the other label.
But I mean, they talked about they're gonna do, because they got the Luke Cage and stuff like that on there on the Disney Plus. So
okay,
so
I'll trust it.
I mean,
but
if it goes PG-13, I'm not.
Ant-Man was horrible.
It wasn't that bad.
Like, by the way, Batman, Robert Pattinson, don't you give me no Hush.
Oh, that's a nice. That was kind of cool.
Don't do it.
Give me no Hush.
Don't you give me no Hush.
Don't give me no talk back. I want no talk back out of you. So no Hush.
Please no.
I think that's what we're gonna do. I know
it's a boring storyline to me.
But I feel like it fits the formula of what this Robert Pattinson Batman is. Like, they can't go supernatural. They can't go Clayface. They can't go Killer Croc.
That's the only one we have not seen a Clayface or a Killer Croc on screen. How cool would that be?
That'd be awesome. I hope they do it with the Brave and the Bold. I don't know what they're doing with the Brave and the Bold.
I don't know either.
I think that would be awesome.
Hopefully it's better than that Superman cartoon.
Yeah, that Superman cartoon is pretty.
You mean the Sailor Moon cartoon?
Yeah, man. You wanted to say that on here.
I've been wanting to say that the whole time we've been recording. Sailor Moon. Sailor Venus.
But you're saying it like you're dissing Sailor Moon.
No, I love Sailor Moon. That's not the point.
Okay.
Give me Tuxedo Mask with his rose. That dude was tight.
Sailor Moon was that joint.
Okay, so I watched Ronin Warriors and Sailor Moon every day.
So like Ronin Warriors, like after Toonami after school, it'd be like 4 o'clock, something like that, and then it would be that, and then they hit this with the Johnny Quest stuff, and then Dragon Ball.
And then
all the movies are on Dragon Ball on Crunchyroll.
Guess what I'm doing tonight?